supporters, followers and customers are quite interested in how we manage the calf at foot system. Well, this is tea time now, and we just want to show very quickly, briefly, us calling in the calves and to their little separation area. As you can see, it's a couple of stables. They're very cosy. There are a few grass nuts in there because we're purely pasture fed, so it's a little treat for them to go in. All the cows know their names. The kids don't really know their names yet, but this is where we start to introduce them to their names and get them used to it. We find it's one of the best tools we've got in the box, is the cows knowing their names. So first of all, little Hamish here has been separated from his mum. Mum's gone out to graze just for an hour while we muck out or change the bed sheets in the outside yard and in the sheds and top up all the feeders. The cows go out to the paddock for an hour or so while the tractor comes in, and they stretch their legs and the calves have a play. So I'd just like to show you how we get to the stage of the calves coming in, separating themselves out from their mums at evening times to be away from the udder overnight, so we get a lovely full udder of milk in the morning for morning milking. So I'll call Hamish in first, and then we'll get the rest of the herd in. Okay, Hamish, come on then. Come on, Hamish, let's go. Hamish, come on, boy. Come on, let's go to bed. Come on, we'll get the others in later. Come on, my darling. Come on. I know, you're not used to coming in on your own, are you? It's because you've been naughty. Come on, Hamish, you go in, and then we'll go and get the rest. We find the crooks are absolutely brilliant as an extension of our arms. They're not to whack or hit, but they're a great little sort of, a bit like another gate or a fence. When we don't want to go up to the cow, that will turn her back. We can use the crook just as a little reminder to go over the back of a cow if they're in a queue, and we just give them a little tap there. And they're great for guiding them in gates if they're not too keen to come in. So now we shall open the gate to the paddock where the cows have all had a good old stretch and a ruminate. And you'll see the kids will come in voluntarily. So this is Squash coming in here, and then we've got Alan, and you'll see the other cows and heifers separating out. Squash and Alan. Then we have Womble, and here we have George. See how accustomed they are to this. And then little Violet. And they vary from ages. Come on, Alan. In you go, love. I'll open the other gate. The ages vary here. We've got 2-year-old steers, 2 one-year-old steers. And then here comes Ernie. And the smaller ones, so they don't get bullied, go in the separate little area. We have to work out who are the bullies here and who naturally buddy up. Say Alan and Hamish buddied up as calves as they were very close together, being when they were born. Go on, Squash. And then I've got to get Violet through. So where's that Womble? Let's go. So I should be able to pick up the gate here. If I go in front of her, she'll go back if I go past her shoulder. And then that's it. They enjoy coming in. It's nice to feel it's a bit of a novelty, and they like being together. Now little Edith here is a year old as well, but she successfully weaned from her mum a lot quicker. So some are just naturally wean very quickly, or even do it themselves. She's the same age as these 2 guys, but these 2 guys, one was an orphan, Alan was an orphan, his mummy died at birth, and then so he paired off onto Hamish's mum, and obviously we had to take them off quickly because Hamish's mum, Barley, is first time heifer, and it was too much for her to feed both calves, so we took them off early. So they do need a bit of feeding up, but they should do quite well. Okay, thank you.